Hi and welcome to Cheeky Richo Cooking's Kedgeree cooked in the Tefal Cook4Me. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. It's very economical. We've got some smoked haddock here. We've just laid it into the basket and we're going to put it into the Cook4Me, and that way when we lift it out, the stock that's left behind is going to flavour our rice. It's quite smoky. It's quite an orange flavour. Don't discard the water from that. Rice is going to benefit from that, and it's better than using it's actually a fish stock. We've got some curry paste, some butter, some garlic, lemons, some veggie stock and onions, rice, pepper and some medium boiled eggs. Cook4Me is on at the moment. We're just going to lower our fish into the bowl like so. Pour over our water and set it to 2 minutes on the manual function. You close the lid, and once it comes to the boil, it will cook it for the 2 minutes and then it'll flake. I've left it skin side up. That'll be a lot easier for me to remove the skin from it because I don't want to have that into my Kedgeree. Close it, bolt the lid, and immediate start. Okay, 2 minutes later, it's just releasing its steam. We're going to remove that steamer, scrape the skin off it while it's still wet, otherwise it won't let go at all. And then we're going to tip the water out because we want to sweat our onions and garlic and our butter off. So once this is safe to open, we'll remove it and just take the skin off it. This is a pretty quick recipe, by the way. Okay, as you can see, it's still bubbly hot. We're just going to lift it out with some tongs because it's very, very hot. That water will drain away, and just leave that for the moment. And now we're just going to take this skin off, which would be a lot easier to remove while the fish is still wet. If that skin is allowed to dry onto that, you will not remove that skin. So it's going to be flaked anyway, so don't worry if it makes a bit of a mess as it's coming off. Let's get all that skin off. There's nothing wrong with it except it's not very pleasant for presentation, that's all. You see that all coming off quite easily there. Okay, now this is all the tiny little bit of waste that you've got from that. And there are our fish fillets. Now, put them to one side. When they're cool enough to manage, we will flake them and remove any bones. Now, we just take our pot and tip the water out of it. You'll see the orangey sort of colour. That's going to help flavour and colour our rice. And it's very hot. Just put it to one side. Over here on the browning function, we're going to add our butter. Don't need to clean that pot because it's all going back in there anyway. We are going to add our onions and just sweat them off. Lots of onions there. It'll be nice and sweet and sticky, give us lots of flavour. We've also got a couple of garlic cloves. Don't need to put them in there, but I think they happen to add to the flavour. So they're in there too. And we're just going to sweat these off. On the browning function, they will start to brown if you leave them there long enough. And we're just using a red curry paste. You could use curry powder if you like, but this curry paste has got some ginger and some garlic and some nice aromatics in there. That'll give it a lovely flavour. We're just going to add that now. It will also add to the flavour and the colour. I don't like to use a green curry paste for this because it actually makes it look a bit like a swamp. The green doesn't lend the right sort of colour. But if you've only got green curry paste, put some paprika in it or some chilli flakes or something like that to give it a bit more of a reddish colour. Okay, the butter is melted. The curry smells absolutely amazing. We're going to send in our veggie stock powder now and a good pinch of freshly cracked pepper, about half a teaspoon or so. Give this a bit more of a razz around. And then it's in with our rice. So it hasn't been washed at all, just popping it in there like that and stir it all around and let that rice take on some of those flavours. It'll want to stick a little bit probably, so be ready to pour your stock back in on top of it and just let those grains go a little bit translucent so it doesn't go gluggy when it's cooking. Now we don't really want any colour on this. Once it's started to go a little bit translucent, we're going to return our water, our fish stock, back to the mix. It is still quite hot, lots of lovely flavours in there, and we'll adjust for seasonings later on. Now we're just going to put it on for 5 minutes on the quick cook function now. So turn off the browning function and 5 minutes on quick cook. Close and bolt the lid. Okay, our fish is cool enough to manage now. We're just going to flake it and make sure there are no bones in it whatsoever. Don't make really tiny pieces because you don't need to, but we do need to make sure that there are no bones in this fish. Gorgeous orange colour. Just for your information, the actual tails of the fish, the very bottom of the tail there, won't have any bones. The bones will be located up closer to the head of the fish. So you should be pretty safe here with this particular type of fish. Use 2 forks if you like, but use your fingers, you're more likely to be able to find the bones. Okay, after 5 minutes, the pressure has released. We've flaked our fish and removed all the bones. There's plenty of protein there. And we're just going to undo this. And you can see how the rice has used the absorption method. And it's lovely and soft and sticky. We're just going to test it for seasoning now. Just chop up your eggs. As you can see, they're only just cooked. There's no grey ring around the egg at all. Our fish is ready just to flick through. Save a couple of eggs if you like for a garnish, but I think it's nicer to go through it. We're going to be garnishing it with some spring onions and parsley anyway. Okay, now we're just going to give this a squirt of our lemon juice. There's no seeds in here, so I don't have to worry about that. Our fish, which is still quite warm, goes in next. Just give that a bit of a stir through because we don't want to break the egg up too much, and we want that fish to heat. And then it's in with our eggs, and that is ready to serve. Just fold those through gently, and that is going to be absolutely divine. Okay, we're just going to scoop some of our haddock kedgeree out into a bowl. You could serve it with some hot buttered toast if you want to. We're going to serve it with a wedge of lemon, a little pat of butter in the center, some parsley and some spring onions. And there you have it, Cheekyricho Cooking's smoked haddock kedgeree, cooked in the Tefal Cook4Me in a matter of moments. It's delicious, it's nutritious, it's economical, and it's very easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration. If you'd like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, just check out our Cheekyricho channel. And don't forget to please subscribe, and do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you, and we're uploading lots of videos. And thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Have a little taste, shall we? Get some of our fish and some of our rice. A little bit of our egg in there. Creamy, smoky, moist, tender, delicious. Thanks for watching.